A lot of the limitations that you have for yourself don't even come from you. They literally come from the people around you, your family, your friends, your coworkers, even the people that you watch on social media. When we're kids, we are literally sponges. Like, we've come into this world knowing absolutely freaking nothing. And the people around us, our family, our siblings, our other relatives, our caretakers, are literally shaping our young minds. So the way that they feel about themselves, the way that they feel about relationships, about money, about work, about the world, about anything, about food, about everything, is they are subconsciously and even consciously and directly like shaping our beliefs about those things. So even if someone isn't directly telling you that you're not worthy of better treatment, if you grow up in a household and you watch, for instance, like people talk to each other like crap in your household and like lie on each other and betray each other, this and that, even though they didn't tell you like, oh yeah, you're not worthy of somebody treating you good, you're not worthy of trust and support and stuff, because you lived in an environment and you watched that happen, you're normalizing that in your brain. And up until you're literally 7 or 8 years old, your brain and your subconscious mind is just wide awake. It's wide open and it's taking in everything and soaking it in, and your young brain isn't like, it's not conceptualizing what's going on. It's just taking it as truth, taking it as truth, taking it as truth. So your family sets the foundation. So you got to think back, like, what did my family think about money? What did my family think about relationships? What did my family teach me about my body image, about work, about career, about starting a business, about this? Literally, that foundation, and a lot of people, is still running the show. It is probably still running the show in the back of your mind if you haven't come to this realization yet. So boom, family. They already set the tone. They already set the tone for your brain, okay? And then you go out into the world when you're a young kid or young adult, and you start making friends and making relationships and this and that, and you naturally gravitate towards people that are confirming the beliefs that you already believe to have true in your mind. So you're already connecting with people like birds of a feather really be flocking together, okay? So you're already connecting with people who believe similar things that you do, or possibly grew up in a similar way that you do. So then it creates a self-fulfilling prophecy, because say you have a belief that women are catty, right? And you can't trust women, and friends with girls is always toxic. Then you go out and you make friends in middle school and the girls are like that. And then it's like, see, girls are bitches. Like, I can't hang out with them. See, she told all my secrets. See, she stole my boyfriend. See, that's what it is. And then you believe the belief even more. And then you go out and make more friends, and then you believe the belief even more. But the thing is, you have this limitation in your brain that's saying that this is how women are and you're only available for that. But that wasn't even your belief. It's just what you saw growing up. That's literally what you saw growing up. It's not true. There's tons of amazing women out there that you could be friends with. Loyal, trustworthy, funny, confident, loving women. But if you already have a limitation in your brain that was given to you from when you were a little kid, telling you the opposite, you're going to naturally and subconsciously seek out that belief to prove it true to your brain, okay? And then your family, right, set the beliefs for you. And then now you have these friends, and then you start dating. And then you have your beliefs and your limitations about dating. And then what these people, like, even beyond that, right? So that's just the basis. But then these people that you're now becoming friends with and now working with and in relationships with, whatever they're believing and to be true about themselves, even if it's not serving them, even if it's a literal limiting belief, if you hang around somebody long enough and talk about them long enough about whatever, and they're talking to you about a certain belief that's completely normalized to them, it's going to start being normalized to you. So if you're hanging out around people who are like, yeah, you could never make over $100,000 a year without like completely busting your ass and working for people you don't like, and it's really greedy to make a lot of money and this and that, so don't even try, like just stay humble and go get a like whatever job. If you hang around people who think like that, then you start to think like that, you're already setting yourself up for failure. You're already, it's like you're driving down the road, and instead of having a clear path, you went and already put a barricade in the road to block your own path. That doesn't even make any sense, but we're doing it unconsciously. You're doing it unconsciously. So by the time you're a young adult, your brain is completely filled with limitations that didn't even come from you. It literally came from your family, your friends, your teachers, your relationships, from the people around you. And are you going to continue to keep letting their limitations block you? Are you going to continue to keep letting what they don't believe to be true about themselves, are you going to make that true for you? Because if you don't want to, the first step is awareness. You have to become aware of the limitations that are blocking you. Think about something you want to do. Like say you want to, I don't know, be in a relationship in general, right? Like you're in your 20s and you want to be in a relationship, but you have a pattern of toxic relationships. So you have this limiting belief of that you're not good enough. You're not skinny enough. You're not pretty enough. You're not funny enough. You don't have enough money. You don't have enough this. You don't have enough that. You have some sort of limitation. Then you have to think to yourself, is this belief serving me? Is this belief that I'm not enough serving me? Because if it's not, you can change it. All a belief is a thought that you've thought so many times, and then you've seen it played out in real life. So like I said, it creates a self-fulfilling prophecy and deeply ingrains that thought in your brain, but that doesn't mean it's true. It could be true for somebody else. It could have been true for you in the past, but it does not need to be true for you moving forward. And the best way, like I said, number one thing is you have to become aware. You have to become aware of what this limiting belief is. What is this limitation I'm already giving to myself? Where did it come from? Who thinks like this? Like, who around me thinks like this? And when I talk to them about this subject, they're like, yeah, that's how it is. Who thinks like this in my life? And is this true? Because if it's not true, you need to challenge that thought every time it comes up, and you need to spend less time with the people who are reinforcing those limitations. I'm not saying cut off your family and cut off your friends and get out of your relationship. Like, unless they're toxic and they're not making you feel good about yourself, that's a whole different conversation. But you definitely need to be mindful of who you are spending your time with, who you are having conversations with, whose ideas of life and limitations and beliefs that they have about yourself, who you are normalizing that in your life. Because it's inevitable. It's literally happening subconsciously behind the scenes just because you are spending time with these people. You are having conversations with these people. You have emotional connections with these people, and just naturally on a brain level, on a mental level, you are taking on their thoughts. You are taking on their beliefs. You are taking on the limitations that they have for themselves. Do you want to do that? Or do you want to excel? Do you want to excel in your career? Do you want to open a business? Do you want to have a healthy, loving relationship? Do you want to have a close-knit circle of girlfriends who are trustworthy and confident and supportive and loving? Is that what you want? You can have that. You literally can have that, but you need to remove these limitations that weren't even yours, that literally weren't even yours at all, that were literally just given to you. Not even given to you. When you were younger, they were literally given to you, but as an adult, you just adopted them from the people around you. Or even society. It's not even just directly the people around you. It's the media you watch. It's the music you listen to. It's the content you watch. It's the books you read. It's the music. It's everything. It's the movies. It's everything. Once I started learning about this, I started really paying attention to the lyrics and songs. And I'm like, I'm not listening to music like this anymore. Like, I cannot. If I want to feel confident about myself and love myself and think that I'm worthy of the best, it makes no sense to listen to music that directly degrades women. But it's so normalized, and a lot of people listen to that music, and a lot of people completely subconsciously embody those beliefs. They even buy tickets, pay hundreds and thousands of dollars to go see these artists in concerts, and then wonder why they have low self-esteem. Babe, because you are already setting yourself up for failure. You're already limiting yourself because you're taking on the limitations of other people. When you're having a conversation with somebody and they say something that doesn't really resonate with the life that you want, it's not something you don't want to believe it to be true. Like, for instance, they say that there's no good guys. There's no good guys anymore. Like, all the good ones are taken. Do you want to believe that? If you want to believe that, take it on and run with it. Go ahead. Your relationship situations will literally reflect that. But if you don't want to believe that, if you do not want to believe that, you don't have to call them out right away, but you need to clock it in your brain and be like, that's not true. That might be their truth, and I respect them and I understand that, but I'm not going to make that my truth. I'm not going to take their limitation and implant it in my brain anymore because it's not serving me. I don't need to limit myself. You don't need to limit yourself. That's all you're doing, is limiting yourself based on other people's limitations. And that's so silly. It's so silly when you really think about it. But a lot of us, we don't know about this stuff. Like, we're not taught this stuff. And we literally just were trained and raised to just take on the beliefs of the people around us, because that's how we learned how to survive when we were younger. Our parents taught us this about the world. Our siblings taught us this. Our teachers taught us this. So it's just normal to be like, oh yeah, well, this is what they think. Like, this is how it's going on. Like, I need to take that on too. No. No, you literally don't need to do that at all. And once you start to take control of what you want to believe to be true, of how you want to think about yourself, of how you want to think about the world, of how you want to think about your abilities and achieving your goals, once you go in the driver's seat and take control of that, like, you're behind the wheel, baby, the sky is the limit. The sky is the limit. It's very liberating. It's first daunting when you become aware of this and you're just like, damn, this is how everybody around me thinks. No wonder I thought like that. Damn, I've been holding myself back based on limitations of other people. That's not even absolute truth. But it's okay, because once you become aware of it, then we can change it. Then we can implement new beliefs. Then we can feel better about ourselves. Then you can create more optimistic and forward-thinking beliefs that are actually helping you rather than hindering you. Oh my gosh, literally hindering scaring you. It's crazy. It's crazy, but it's okay. It's okay. Awareness is the first step. Taking accountability is the first step, and you can change your whole life. I was a completely different person. I'm a completely different person now than I was even last year, but definitely even 5 years ago. And it's a huge part of it is becoming aware of this and being mindful of who I spend my time with, of the media that I take in, the music I listen to, and what is influencing my brain and influencing my thoughts. You can rewire your brain to believe in yourself. You can rewire your brain to love yourself. You can remove the limitations and change your life, because the way that you think about yourself and what you believe to be true is literally then projected out into reality, and you are naturally drawn to people, circumstances, and situations that are confirming those beliefs. So let's just put some better beliefs in our brain. Let's remove those limitations and put some better beliefs in our brain so we can live better lives, okay? It's really that simple. Like, the act of it is really that simple. It's just going forth with the motions of doing that. But it's okay. It's okay. I got you. If you want to learn how to rewire your brain to feel more confident, more loving, and to just believe in yourself in every aspect of life, check out my Empowered Self-Concept course. Your self-concept is the way that you view yourself, the way that you believe all these things about yourself in relation to other people, circumstances in the world. And if your self-concept is top tier, you naturally will attract better people, situations, and circumstances to you just because you believe in yourself. You believe you're worthy of it. You believe you're deserving of it. You have high self-esteem, high self-worth. It's like when people have low self-worth and they don't have that much love for themselves, and you see them accepting bare minimum, lesser relationships, lesser money from jobs, lesser situations, because they generally don't think that they're worthy of it. But you can change your brain in that aspect fast. So check out my Empowered Self-Concept course. I'll link it below in the description. And if you want to take it up a notch, my Mindful Microdosing course is where it's at, because it really gets into the root and literally pulls out limiting beliefs that you picked up from so long ago that it's so deeply ingrained. It's like deeply ingrained grooves in your brain, and it helps to rewire your brain in general to feel more optimistic, healthier, happier, to focus more, to love yourself more, to release emotional trauma. Mushrooms have so many amazing benefits, and all you have to do is microdose them. You don't have to take a large amount. You don't have to do this and that. Microdosing mushrooms over time and being consistent with it will change your life so freaking fast. It's literally absolutely incredible. And so microdosing mushrooms paired with holistic wellness will just completely give you mind, body, soul alignment, and it'll help you feel amazing about yourself, completely rewire your mind, heal any mental health issues you have going on, and just set you up, like set a new baseline. Completely set a new baseline so that you can build a better house. If the foundation's messed up and the foundation's uneven or whatever, no matter what you build on top of that, it's not going to be substantial. It's not going to be sustainable. So when you go back and you heal the roots and you heal the limitations and you heal your insecurities and you heal your emotional traumas and you build a new flat, solid foundation, everything that you build on top is solid. It's solid. It's built to last. It's going to stay and it's going to thrive, just like you. So I'll also link my Mindful Microdosing course down in the description. But please, please, please stop letting other people's limitations be your own. It's theirs. It's their life. And if you don't like the results that they have in their life, why are you going to take on their limitations? Why are you going to think the way they think? Like, you don't want to live life the way they're living. Why are you going to take that on? It doesn't even make any sense when you think about it like that. So be very mindful. Be very mindful of who you spend your time with, who you're having conversations with, and what you're normalizing in your brain. The more you hang around somebody who's doing something that you know is not what you want to be doing or you want to believe, the more that you hang around them, you will literally get used to that. Get around some people who have no limitations, who think the sky's the limit. And if you don't know people like that in real life, watch them online. Listen to music like that. Read their books. Saturate your mind with their non-limitations, with their true beliefs in themselves, with their empowering beliefs, not other people's limiting beliefs. Because when you saturate your mind with that, then that'll become normal to you. Like, oh yeah, of course I could start a business. Oh yeah, of course I could start posting on social media and create a whole brand from it. Oh yeah, of course I could have a healthy, loving, and thriving, amazing relationship. Oh yeah, of course I could have a group of friends who are supportive and treat me so well. Of course, yeah, I could be healthy and have the body in my dreams. Isn't that? There's people who think like that. There's people who are living that reality, and you could live that reality too. Okay? Remember that. I love you.